All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This is going to be a video on the 144,000 and going into how the 144,000 are Israelites and that cannot be denied, all right, when you just simply read the Bible, all right? You've got all these people that like to always say things like read in the context and stuff like that. But then when it comes to things that you can clearly read and you see what it says written down in the Bible, then somehow these people try and add some extra kind of meaning to these things. So before I read the 144,000 scripture, I'm going to go to a few other scriptures before that. This is Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1. Why did the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heaven shall laugh. Yahweh shall have them in derision. So the other nations have got plans in their mind and a thought process, but where their idea is that they're going to get rid of the Israelites' inheritance and stop the Israelites receiving anything at all. All right, so they don't want the Israelites to receive what they're being promised to receive before the law, right? Before there even was any such thing as an Israelite, before Abraham's name was even changed to Abraham, when his name was still Abram, his descendants was promised all the things that the Israelites are going to receive. So them trying to make out as like we're pushing the law, the thing that was prophesied to the Israelites still belongs to the Israelites, regardless of what anybody's got to say. It wasn't about the law. It was about the promise. Psalms 83 and verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So one of the things that these people have did in doing this is that you've got Christianity, that everywhere it says that something that's pertaining to Israelites or Israel or the house of Judah or the house of Jacob, right, or the house of Israel or the house of Judah, they have applied that to themselves, right? And then they'll say stuff like, oh, we shouldn't say that we're Israelites, right? But they'll say that they're spiritually from the house of Israel when they can't prove that neither, right? They'll expect us to have a lineage from 2,000 years ago, right? In order for them to believe that we're Israelites. But then they won't say that to the people that are over in the land of Israel right now. They won't say that to them. And you'll notice that they always want proof whenever we say it, man. But if you come up with one, if you look like an Edomite and you come up with one of them tea cozies on your head, right? One of them stupid tea cozies on your head. That stupid thing that they put on their head, man. That's not biblical, by the way. They'll just believe them. They won't even ask them for no proof. They won't ask them what tribe they're from. They won't ask them for their lineage going back 2,000 years ago. But when we say it, they'll say, no, you're not. Or they ask us for proof. But then if we say we're black, they won't ask us for proof for that. If we say we're Jamaican, even though we've got English accents, they won't ask us for proof for that. If we say we're African, they won't ask us for proof for that. If we was to say that we're Hamites, they wouldn't ask us for proof for that. But Ham goes back further than Israel. The man Ham goes back further than the man Jacob. So it'd be even harder to prove that you go back to Ham than it should be to prove that you're from Jacob. But they'd be comfortable with us saying that we're from Jacob, man. I mean, that we're saying we're from Ham. They'd be comfortable with us saying that, or they're comfortable with us saying that we're black. But when you see an Edomite's whole face structure change, man, and I'm not saying this to try and be funny, you literally see their whole face and their whole eyes change. The moment you say that you're an Israelite, they don't care about nothing else in the Bible. All they want you to do is prove that, because that don't sound good to them. That does not sound like good news for their spirit, for you to say that you're an Israelite, man. It really hurts them to the soul, man. They don't care about you being anything else. You can say that you're a boss babe. You can say that you're a queen. You can say that you're a king and all that, right? They don't care about enough. They don't really feel too much passion about none of that other stuff that you say you are. But you say you're an Israelite. They want everything, man. They want all the proof under the sun. But nobody on the earth asks the people that are in the land of Israel right now, claiming to be the Israelites, receiving funding. They don't ask them for the same things that they ask us for. The reason why is because these people are hypocrites. Right now, let me get another verse. And it's proper mad, man. And this thing is spiritual anyway, why they're like this. But you'll notice it, man. These people will never ask one of them J-Wish for the same proof that they will ask us for. They'll just literally just show up, like I said before, with that thing on their head, and they'll believe them. They'll even call it out for them. Are you a J-Wish? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. It's from my mother's side. And they'll just take that on the head. They'll be like, yeah, okay. They won't say, hang on. The Bible says that it goes through the father. They won't stand up and fight with the doctrine for them, against them for that. They'll be like, yeah, that's true, yeah. It does go through the mother's side. They won't say, prove it. But make us say that we're Israelite. They want everything, man. They want a DNA sample. They want a picture of us with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I mean? They want to see us going through the Red Sea, through the Gulf of Suez, with Moses on a selfie. You know what I mean? They want to see Moses with the tablets and with the Paleo Hebrew on there, and us in the background holding some of the gold that we stole, not that we stole, holding some of the gold that we got given from the Egyptians. They want all of that. You know what I mean? They want to see us on Mount Sinai. You know what I mean? They want everything under the sun when it comes to us saying that we're Israelite. But when anybody else says that they are, they don't ask for none of that, man. Because these people, like I said before, are hypocrites. Jeremiah chapter 33 and verse 22. In fact, verse 24. Considerest thou not what these people have spoken, saying the two families which Yahweh have chosen, he have even cast them off? Because that's what they like to say. Oh, you see, the Israelites have been cast away because they betrayed the Messiah and they killed him, when the Israelites technically didn't kill the Messiah, man. And he was supposed to die. He knew he was going to die. Yahweh Shai knew he was going to die, right? He was supposed to be a sacrifice for the Israelite sins. Isaiah 53rd chapter, man. He knew he was going to die. He knew. He knew what he was going to go through was going to be the worst death that anybody was going to ever experience in the whole history of man. So when he asked and prayed to Yahweh if there was another way and received silence for the answer, he understood, no, this is the way that I have to go through for me to receive the first of all living things, for me to have the preeminence in all things. He knew he had to go through that. So all these people that say all of that, they don't know what they're talking about, man. Considerest thou not what these people have spoken, saying the two families which Yahweh have chosen, ye have even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people, that there should be no more a nation before them, because they don't want the Israelites to receive anything. And that's why, the reason why I said all those scriptures is because even in a part of the Bible where it clearly is saying something is written to the Israelites and the Israelites only, right? These people do not want to hear that. So when you read Jeremiah 31 and 31, when it speaks about who the new covenant's for, they don't want to accept that that's talking about the house of Israel, even though the scriptures prior to that clearly let it be known that this is only talking about the Israelites, because it speaks about them being taken out of the land of Egypt, and everybody wasn't taken out of the land of Egypt. People can say, oh, mixed multitude all they want, but everybody wasn't taken out of the land of Egypt. And they can say the mixed multitude thing all they want, but that still doesn't stop the fact that it says after all of that, that the new covenant is going to be made with the house of Israel, not everybody. But they'll spin around, do backflips, say whatever they need to say to lie, and hope that you're ignorant enough and haven't read the Bible, right? So that you don't question anything that they say. Thus saith Yahweh, if my covenant be not with the day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinance of the heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servant, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. So they're going to receive mercy. And let me get another scripture, because they like to try and say that the house of Israel is done away with, they're not on the earth no more and all that. That's not true, right? That's not true, man. It's not true, all right? Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 35, thus saith Yahweh, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea, when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, so if the sun's not in the sky no more, and the moon, and the stars, and the sea, then this is what's going to happen. Then the seed of then the seed of Israel, so the seed's still here, also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Are those things still here? Yes. So therefore the seed of Israel is still here. Thus saith Yahweh, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, then will I also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith Yahweh. And that's why Esau has become the ultimate explorer, man. That's why he's the ultimate explorer, trying to search out everything all the time, because he's hoping that he can search out the heavens so that the Israelites can be cast out from being a nation. That's why he's always fishing his nose where it's not belong, man, searching out the sea, trying to search out the sky, trying to search out the inner depths of everywhere on the earth, because he's hoping that he's got the ability to search it out, but he hasn't though. Right now, I said all of that. Let me go to this, because even in the place in the Bible where it's so clear about who the 144,000 is, these people want to associate everything to heathens and don't want the Israelites to be given anything, even though Yahweh prophesied a whole slavery for 400 years that they was going to go through, right? So these people really believe that Yahweh prophesied that the Israelites were going to go through 400 years of slavery in Egypt, right? And then he was just going to cast them away when they didn't believe in his son. That don't make any sense, man. Why would he have made them go through all of that then? He chose them from the beginning, which is what Genesis means, in the beginning. He chose them from the beginning, and he's always chose them since that. He's never cast them away, because he promised Abraham that his seed was going to receive the land. Therefore, they're going to. And I'm going to say this again, man. These people will say to us, you don't have a lineage going back 2,000 years to prove you're an Israelite. So how could you prove you are? Or they'll say, you wasn't born in Israel, so how are you an Israelite, right? Well, the Israelites, when you look up the history of these people, for 400 years, 400 plus really, they wasn't born anywhere but Egypt. So were those Israelites, if that's the criteria to not be an Israelite, then that means that there's no such thing as an Israelite anymore. Because for 400 plus years, the Israelites was born nowhere but Egypt, because they was in captivity there. And all 70 Israelites went in, and every single Israelite that was born there. So that gets rid of that lie that they're trying to say. Then when we go to the thing of them saying about having 2,000 years of ancient lineage and all that, well, who does have that? That's the question. Let's say we say we're black. Do we have 2,000 years of lineage to prove we're black? You know what I mean? How long have people been calling themselves black on this earth? Not even 300 years. So how much proof? Like, what would we have been calling ourselves 500 years ago then? For all these people that they're accepting being called black, and what would they have been calling themselves 1,000 years? How are we supposed to believe these same people tell us what our nationality is, when these people in 1867 was trying to write articles saying that we didn't even come from Adam and Eve, and that we got on the ark as animals? So why are we going to believe them? And in 1904, these same people was putting us in human zoos. So why would they be happy for us to be Israelites? Of course they're not going to. Of course they're not. Of course they're going to want to believe that you're an ape. And all of those things that they said turned out to be lies, and was lies at the time they said it. So how much more now? How much more are they going to lie now? When we're not only saying that, no, we ain't apes. No, we shouldn't belong in a zoo. We're the best people on the earth. Of course they're going to be angry and be shaking and be foaming at the mouth, and their eyes are going to go piercing. They're going to have piercing eyes like a snake, man, when they look at you. Of course they're not going to want to hear that. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing in the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having a seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So how can you get that the 144,000 are Gentiles from that? And then let's say, okay, it's easy to make a mistake. It's easy to get confused with the text. These Christians always like to say context, right? So let's carry on reading and let's see if anywhere here you can somehow get it confused to where a member of the 144,000 can be from a Gentile nation, right? Of the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000. So 12,000 of that 144,000 have clearly already been assigned to being part of the tribe of Judah. Of the tribe of Reuben was sealed 12,000. So that's another 24,000 that are prescribed to the nation of Israel. Of the tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000. So that's 36,000. So it's not looking like there's much space for heathens yet to be making up this 144,000. Of the tribe of Asher, Zebulun, and of Manasseh, or Manasseh it says here, but it's Manasseh, was sealed 12,000. Verse 6, of the tribe of Asher was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali, that's what it really means, was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000. So that's how many now? 72,000 that have been prescribed to the Israelites, right? Clearly, these are tribes of Israel. Clearly, these are the names of Jacob's sons. So where are you getting a Gentile in that? How does a Gentile become part of the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Asher, the tribe of Naphtali, or the tribe of Manasseh? How? We know how a tribe of Israel does. That's who their line goes back to as one of the sons of Jacob. But how does a heathen do it? How? Verse 7, of the tribe of Simeon was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000. So that's not no space either still for a heathen. So there's still now 36,000 spaces left to be a member of the 144,000. All of them so far prescribed to Israelites, clearly by the names of the tribes. Because how do you become a heathen that's part of the tribe of Simeon? How do you become a heathen that's part of the tribe of Levi? How do you become a heathen that's part of the tribe of Issachar? They can't explain it. But we can clearly know how you become it as an Israelite. Your lineage goes back to either Simeon, Levi, or Issachar. No problem. We ain't got no problem explaining that. That's easy. It would mean that your lineage before Jacob would just go back to one of Jacob's sons, either Judah, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Manasseh, Simeon, Levi, or Issachar. Simple. Verse 8, of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph. Now here's where these Christians get funny, man. They'll say, see, it says of the tribe of Joseph here. That's clearly was never one of the was clearly never one of the 12 tribes. Huh? You mean Jacob's son, that was his favorite son, that he gave the coat of many colors, was not one of the 12 tribes? How? How, man? What are you talking about? Because really, this is just talking about Ephraim. But let's just say it was talking about Joseph. Joseph was Jacob's favorite son that was given a coat of many colors, which caused for his brothers to be envious to the point where they sold him into slavery. But really, Yahweh used that as a method to make Joseph be sold into slavery. And really, that wasn't done because they hated him. It was done as part of prophecy to fulfill the prophecy that Abraham, their forefather, was told, by where they was going to be sold into the land of Egypt and be slaves there for 400 years. But these Christians don't know none of that though. Or if when they do know it, they try and push that to the back of their mind because it starts sounding too much like the slavery that they put us in. And they wouldn't want to think that the slavery that they put us in was part of prophecy, which it was. Deuteronomy chapter 30. And in Deuteronomy chapter 30 in verse 1, it speaks about the blessings and the curses. And part of the curses was Deuteronomy chapter 28 in verse 68. And no matter what these people say, that is talking about the Atlantic slave trade, man. It is, no matter what they want to say. We don't care about their opinion on that. It is prophecy. They didn't put us in slavery because they're just slick with the warfare like that. It was prophecy, man. Verse 8, of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin was sealed 12,000. So that's 144,000 now. So there ain't no space for no heathens in there, right? How does a heathen, according to their doctrine, be part of the tribe of Judah, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Manasseh, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, or Benjamin. How? We know how it is with the Israelites. Your lineage goes back to either Benjamin, Joseph, Zebulun, Issachar, Levi, Simeon, Manasseh, Naphtali, Asher, Gad, Reuben, or Judah, whose all of their lineage goes back to Jacob, because Jacob was their father, and Isaac was Jacob's father, and Abraham, who the promise was given, is the father of all of those, and they're his seed. And the elect to the nation of Israel are even more so the seed, because they have the same type of faith as what Abraham had. But do a Christian know that? No, they don't, man. Because their whole thing is just God loves everyone. And then they'll want to try and prove who we are. They'll have the nerve to tell us who we are with the Bible, right? They want to tell us who we are with the Bible. Oh, you ain't them in the Bible, but they can't prove who they are with the Bible. So doesn't the scripture talk about taking the beam out your own eye? They need to take out the beam out their own eye, right? They need to take out the beam out their own eye before trying to tell us who we are, because they can't prove who they are with the Bible. They can't open up the Bible and prove that they're from Japheth like they want to try and say all the time. They can't prove that. They can't prove it, man. But we can open it up and prove that we're both Israel and prove that they are Esau with it. But they can't prove that they're that who they say they are. But they want to try and tell us who we are. The nerve, man. You know the nerve of these people. But I'm going to end the lesson there, man. Don't let none of these Christians try and tell you that the 144,000 are anybody but the Israelites, man, because that's just part of a wicked plan to try and take away everything that the Israelites have been promised, man. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect in the nation of Israel. Shalom.